Okay, welcome everybody. Sunday fun day, 9 a.m. yoga with Rakta, and I'm really grateful you're here. So we are going to get started, and today someone had asked me if we could work on inversions. So we're going to do inversions today and focus on handstands. There are certain things that I like to bring in when we're doing this. So just I want to set the tone in advance. And as you know, for those of you that take me regularly, you know that I give a lot of verbal cues. So I'm going to be giving a ton of verbal cues. It's going to be it potentially could be a rather choppy class intentionally. So I want you to, the invitation is going to be really notice when you go on to automatic pilot and instead really wait to get the cues for yourself. And also in working with handstands, or any inversions, well, especially handstands, we're going to do certain things where we're not going to do a lot of chaturangas. So if you need to do a bunch of push-ups, do them. The reason is because we're working a certain action to keep an area of our body open. We're going to be working the strength of our arms. Additionally, we're going to get into the hamstrings and we're going to get into the core. So those are the three things: the arm strength, the core, and the hamstrings, that I'm going to mostly focus on. At the end, I will make sure that we get a little into the hips and so on and so forth. So it's going to be a strong practice. Take it to the level that works for you. Honor yourself. And if you feel that your wrists are a little wonky, feel free to stop and stretch them out in any moment. I just want to show you one thing before we get started. And this is about the, if you take me regularly, you know that I do not do a lot of up dogs. The reason why I don't cue up dogs is because I actually, as a teacher, in the years that I've been teaching, see more people injure themselves and do it incorrectly. So I don't bother unless I'm specifically focusing on that. Today, I'm going to specifically focus on that. So if you've taken me before in this kind of a class, you'll have done this before with me. But if not, then you get to do this for the first time with me. So just take a look if you can for a moment to see, and then we're going to get into the practice together. So the reason why, hopefully you can see me, I know it's kind of far away, but the reason why that I do not do up dog is this. Oftentimes when we go into up dog, from our down dog, right, we go through, and what I see more than anything is this, where people's shoulders are over their wrists. So we want to make sure that the shoulders are directly over your wrists instead of in front of your wrists. The shoulders are drawn on your back body, and there's an alignment from your wrists to your shoulders to the crown of your head, where you're not this, okay? And that's the main thing. The other thing is we want to really keep our legs nice and strong and firm, pressing down to really lift the pelvic bone, off the floor, press into the fingertips like it's your job. And so I'm going to keep cueing that as we're moving. Okay, let's get started. Come to child's pose, please. Knees apart, toes together. Unless you want to do a different variation, you can bring your knees together. And for a moment, let's just place our palms down, either extended forward in front of you or underneath your forehead. Soften the windows of your eyes, inviting yourself to turn inward. And give yourself permission to arrive on the mat, whatever that means for you. If exhaling out through your mouth supports you right now, take a few exhales. If you get overheated in class, exhaling through your mouth is extremely useful. And then consider softening your lips to touch. And if cultivating the Ujjayi breath works for you, begin to cultivate your Ujjayi breath, being very aware of your lower abdominal, lower back region. The Ujjayi breath is a slight restriction in the back of your throat. This audible breath allows us to drop in when the chitta mind, the monkey mind, comes in, as it will, with busyness, distractions, dissociating from our body, whatever it is, the breath brings us back. Exhale all of your breath out, please. Pull belly in. Feel the buoyancy of the lower back, lower adrenal kidney area. Inhale, begin to fill yourself up. Feel the pressing of your belly against your thighs as you do, and feel the expansion. Exhale, belly tones in, really pull it in and find the bottom of your exhale as you pull the belly in and pause at the bottom. Inhale, slowly begin to take a nice deep inhale and feel your lower belly, lower back expand, pressing your belly into your thighs, pausing at the top, relaxing your jaw. Mindfully, slowly exhale out. Let all of the breath out. Can you allow it to be nice and slow as you do? Pausing at the bottom. One more round together. Inhale slowly, filling up, consciously expanding like a helium balloon. Fill yourself up. Pause at the top. Stay in the pause. Soften your jaw, your brow. Exhale, mindfully, slowly, all of the breath out. And at the bottom of your exhale, pull belly in, tone the navel in, pause. And allow your breath to spill free. And as you do, just notice maybe the deeper connection that you have. No judgment if you don't. Stay here for the exhale. Walk your fingertips back, inhale, raise your torso up so your shoulders are over your hips. Any seated variation that you choose. Let's take the hands, palms on your heart, one hand, then the other hand. Or either can be on your toes, sitting with your hips directly over on top of your shins. Or you can just sit right on your feet, or of course come into Sukhasana. Hands at your heart center, soften the windows of your eyes. We're just setting an intention for our practice. This is a strong practice. Tapping into our third chakra, the power center, the center of who you are, your power, your self-esteem. We just had a partial eclipse a few days ago. So this is the invitation to be disciplined, to stay committed. So if there is something that you have been wanting to do, maybe it's an external thing, something you really want to start, or it's an internal pattern you want to stop or start. This is the time to take some action, even if it's a baby step. So if this intention is around commitment and your own personal discipline, great. Let's capitalize on the energy of the moon. And if not, just set whatever intention works for you. When you are ready, palm to palm, meeting at your heart center in prayer. We have one Om together. This is the universal sound reminding us of how we are so connected. May we shine everyone, not limiting or restricting anyone. May we share this, send this out with a vibration of love and peace. Exhale all of your breath out, please. One Om together. Take an inhale. Om. Bow your forehead to your heart, sealing your intention, please. This is yours to come back to like your breath, a touchstone. When you are ready, stay on your seat, If it works for you, come onto your toes. Otherwise, just sit in rock pose on your heels. Take your arms up to the sky, reaching your fingertips up. Your palms turn in toward one another. Root your tailbone down. Tone your lower belly in. Let your pelvic bone rotate up to the sky. Feel like a corset around your navel area. Breathe. Extend your fingertips. Breathe. Draw your front ribs into your back body. Pause. Stay for 2 very long breaths. Stay long and steady. Right here, this is work, by the way. I want it to be work. Reach the fingertips, tailbone reaches. Very big inhale. As you exhale, extend the arms wide, come into a tabletop position. Just move around organically, see what unfolds for you. Checking in, maybe circling the hips, whatever works for you. Moving around, shimmying and shaking. You are your truest teacher. I'm gonna offer suggestions. Please continue to turn your inner ear up as you listen to your own wisdom. Meeting in a neutral table. We're mostly going to focus on the cats. Inhale into a cow pose, dog pose, shoulders on back body. Peel the heel of your hand back energetically. Exhale, round. Press your fingertips into the mat. Gaze into your heart. Stay here on the exhale and pause and just breathe. Stay in cat pose. Shift your shoulders slightly over your wrists. Press into your fingertips. Tone your lower belly more. Stay for the full exhale. One more exhale. Inhale through dog. Spread the inner thighs in, back, and apart. Let the heart melt. Shoulders on back body. Exhale, round. We're going to stay here for 2 cycles of breath. Shift the weight slightly forward. Tone your navel in. Shift your shoulders slightly over your wrists. Really work your fingertips. Stay for the exhale. All breath out. Tone belly in. Inhale to that dog pose. Peel your heart up. Maybe wag your tail. And then exhale again. It's a 2 cycle breath here. Shift your weight into your fingertips. Slightly tone the navel in. Pause. Chin draws into chest. Jalandhara Bandha. Breathe. Inhale to a neutral spine. Yeah, beautiful. From here, walk your knees back just a little bit. Lengthen your sternum forward. Now scoop your knee. Now stick your booty out like a duck butt. And then let your tailbone rotate in and up to the sky. Start to let your pelvic bone drop to the floor. Press your feet into the mat. Bend your elbows only slightly. Press your fingertips into the mat. And you're in a kind of a king cobra with your hands pressing down. I want you to modify to what works for you. Exhale, back to that cat. Round in, scoop navel in, press into your fingertips. Inhale, let's keep the arms straight and strong. Just let your pelvic bone rotate down to the floor. Press into your hands, strong straight arms if you can. Your pelvic bone's down for now. Reach through your feet. Exhale, round, back to that cat pose, shifting the weight. It's a slight difference here. Listen closely. Inhale, the pelvic bone starts to drop first. The arms stay strong, the shoulders on back body. Now press into your feet. Either stay here or let your thighs lift off the floor. Notice how your shoulders are directly over your wrist or slightly behind. Press more into your fingertips. Draw more shoulders on your back body and press into your feet. Stay here for 1 big breath. Exhale, back onto your knees. Curl your toes under, lift your hips, down dog. Start to move your dog around, feel it out. It's a longer stance, arms there, pressing down. Hands are like stars, big stars. And let's all settle our legs. So settle your dog rather. So settle your dog, press your arms down and forward. Think strong arms. Squeeze your triceps in toward one another, your forearms. Wrap your biceps out and away from your ears. Scoop your navel in. Beautiful. Walk your feet slightly forward toward your hands. Take your right hand, reach across to your left shin. Press your left hand into the mat. Your right hand's grabbing onto shin or ankle. Tack your right hip up. Root your thighs back. Stay here for 1 breath. And change. Your right hand plants down. Your left hand swings over to grab the outside edge of your right shin or ankle. You're just staying for a few breaths. Tack your left hip up. Your left belly up. Spread your inner thighs in, back, and apart. 1 more breath. And release your hands. Drop down back to your knees. Turn your left palm so it's up to the sky. Wrist is under your shoulders. Stay here or do both hands at the same time. Or do one at a time. We're just stretching out the wrist slightly. Just notice what happens when you start to reach your thumbs more inward and open. Facing the sky. 1 more breath. Switch if you're not there. You can't do both at one time. And then release. Come back to down dog, please. Now walk your feet way further back, and I want you in a long down dog. A long down dog.
So your heels may even be further away. It's okay. Can you scoop your navel in and still find the strength in your arms? You're in a long down dog. Exhale your breath out. Inhale, come high onto your toes. Roll all the way forward and pause in a rounded upper body, Halloween cat, in a plank pose with your hips lifting, your navel toned. If you're not sure, look up. You're rounding, you're gazing into your heart like you were on your knees, and if you need to drop down to your knees, lift your hips up, back, down dog. Inhale, high onto your toes, roll forward, back to that puffed up upper body cat plank pose. The hips are lifting, you're on your toes. Press strongly into your hands and your fingertips. Lift your hips back, down dog. Inhale, high on your toes, roll, 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 pause. Look forward, pause. Then slowly let your pelvic bone drop to the floor. Turn one foot or both feet at the same time. You're in an up dog position as you press firmly into your hands. Shoulders drawing on back body. Your thighs are lifting. You're pressing into your feet. Your chin is drawn slightly. One more breath. And lift your hips up high. Down dog. Take a walk up to the top of the mat. Forward fold when you get there. Feet are hip width apart. Inhale, lengthen the spine halfway. Exhale and bow, scoop navel in. Let's just stretch out our wrists again. Go ahead, take a step onto your hands, turn your palms up. Walk your toes all the way up to your wrists. Shift the weight slightly forward into your toes, so your toes are now massaging your wrists. Bending your knees as much as you need, and notice as you shift the weight slightly forward how you get into the nooks and crannies of those wrists. Take 2 more breaths here, and we're gonna get stopped from hanging over so long. And then release your hands down. Inhale to a halfway lift. Your hands are on something. Block, floor, shins, shoulders on back body. Spread your inner thighs in, back, and apart, and feel your feet firm in the earth. Exhale, bow, scoop navel in. Gaze into your navel as you bow your weight slightly forward. Inhale to that halfway lift. Your shoulders draw on your back body. The navel's toned here. Press into your feet. Exhale and bow. And it's 1 vertebra at a time. The reason is if you find that you get dizzy, I want you to keep your chin down as you come up. Even when if you stand all the way up and you find you're dizzy, just drop your chin for a moment. Then raise your head up, please. Toe heel your feet together to touch. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. We pause here. Same thing as you did when you were on your legs, on your shins. Reach your arms, press your feet into the floor, squeeze your hips in toward one another, squeeze your legs in. Now corset that navel in. Draw your front ribs into your back body and turn your palms to the sky. Turn your palms to the sky and like you're pressing, holding the ceiling up. Find your feet, squeeze your legs, corset your belly, draw your front ribs back, press into your hands. This should feel like work. I want it to. You're into handstand, congratulations. Inhale here, swan dive, exhale, bow forward over your legs and let it go. Beautiful. Inhale, lengthen your spine, listen closely. Exhale, bow over your legs. Bring your feet hip width apart. Again, take your hands to the outside edge of your shins. Your hands are on the outside edge of your shins, and I want you to press into your shins as you press your shins into your hands. Pressing your hands into your shins into your hands. Find your feet on the earth. Really find them. Find the center of your feet. Keep pressing your shins into your hands and your hands into your shins. Scoop your navel in more. Shift your weight slightly to the floor, and it's forward rather, to your toes. Then bow forward, scoop your navel in, and press, press, press into your shins, hands into shins, shins into hands. 1 more breath. Exhale, release your hands down, release down to the floor. Inhale, lengthen your spine halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, long down dog. It's a long down dog, so further than you would. Inhale here, exhale your breath out. Inhale to that cat plank pose. Roll all the way forward, all the way forward, all the way forward, fingertips gripping. Take the hips back, down dog. Inhale, come high onto your toes, roll all the way forward, directly to up dog. We roll over our toes, pelvic bone drops to the floor. Press into your hands. If your shoulders are over your wrists, your dog wasn't long enough. Press into your feet. Draw shoulders on back body. Reach crown of head. Straighten those arms. Stay here for one breath. Lift your hips. Down dog. Beautiful. Inhale here. Exhale, feet together to touch. You can shorten your dog slightly. Inhale, your right leg lifts high to the sky. Listen closely. Root your left thigh back as you press more firmly into your hands. Now you're going to keep the right leg straight. All I want you to do is open the hip up. This is an open hip. Your right hip's lifting. Your hips are no longer level to the floor. Now, from your navel and from your hips, square your hips as you turn your right hip down. Inhale, open the hip. Keep the leg straight. Exhale, turn the hip down. Keep rooting the left thigh back. Inhale, open the hip. Exhale, turn the hip down. Stay here with your hips closed. Inhale, knee into your nose, rounding up the body like a Halloween cat. Knee into your nose, round, round, round. Pull the foot in closer to your tush. Take the leg up high to the sky. Exhale, knee into your nose, round, round, round. Shift the weight into your fingertips. Really pull the navel in, round your upper body. Take the leg high to the sky. Cue change, this time knee into your nose, look forward, step all the way through. If you need to grab the foot, please do. Foot directly underneath your ankle, raise your hands up onto your front thigh. Back foot is curled under, your heel is lifted. Soften your back knee, let's find our crescent lunge. Draw the tailbone into your body, the pelvic bone comes up to the sky. Start to straighten your back leg. Your feet are hip width apart. Squeeze your hips in toward one another. Arms reach up to the sky. Press through your back heel, sink into your front knee. Stay here and breathe for 3. Draw your ribs back. Reach your fingertips up. Press down in your legs. 2. And 1, frame your front foot, step back, long down dog. Stay here for the exhale. Inhale all the way through up dog. Roll over those toes, press into your hands, lift up, shoulders on back body, press into your hands, lift your hips, down dog. Inhale here, feet together to touch, maybe a little bit closer towards your hands. Inhale, left leg reaches to the sky. Notice the hip level, we pause with the hips level. Press your right hip back, tone your navel, lift your right hip up. Now inhale, open your hips, so you're stacking, but keep the leg straight. Exhale, just turn the hip and the inner thigh. Notice how you spiral the inner thigh, the left inner thigh. Inhale, open just the hip. It's a tiny movement, keep the leg straight. Exhale, square, reach through the toes. One more like that. Inhale, open the hip, keep pressing into your hands. Exhale, round, we square. We're going to stay here for the inhale. Square the hips, reach the left inner thigh to the sky. Knee into your nose, round, shift the weight. Use your fingertips, round, breathe. Shift the weight slightly forward. Take the leg up high, inhale. Knee into your nose, you're so strong, you've got this. Take the leg up high. Cue change, knee to nose, we round, shift, look forward. Step it through. Find your feet for crescent lunge. Raise torso up, hands on your front thigh to start. Bend your back knee. Find your foundation first. Back heel's lifted. Left hip back, right hip forward. Tailbone in. Once you found your legs, then reach the arms up. Stay here and breathe for 3. Oh yeah. 2. And 1, release on your exhale, frame your front foot, step back, long down dog. Roll over your toes, come all the way through up to that up dog on your inhale. Press into your feet, press into your feet. Lift your hips up and back, down dog. Woo! Find your feet, your normal feet for dog. Stay here for 3. Woo! 2. Drop down to your knees, please. Let's stretch out the wrists again. You can do what we did before and turn your palms up, or keep your palms down. Just turn your fingers back to your knees. Your heel of your hand roots down, and then maybe start to shimmy your hips slightly back. Keep pressing the heel of your hand down so you're working to open the wrist, or any variation that you choose. Stay connected with your breath, connected with yourself. One more breath. And release, raising, turning your hands around. Lift your hips up and back. Regular dog. Stay here for the inhale. Stay for the exhale. Yeah, good. Okay, so let's do this. Walk your feet a little bit closer to your hands. Find your strong, straight arms. Listen, we are not jumping, okay? We're not jumping. Look forward to your hands. Bend your knees. Shift your weight back. If you're not sure, look up for a second. Like you're a cat that's going to pounce up, but don't let your feet lift up. You're going to shift your weight forward as if you were going to jump, but don't. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, shift the weight forward as if you're going to jump. Straight arms. Inhale, come back. Exhale, shift the weight forward. Yeah, one more. Inhale. Shift the weight forward. Walk forward. Step forward all the way. Feet together, touch. Beautiful work, everyone. Inhale, lengthen your spine halfway. Bow it out as you exhale. With a flat back, root into your feet. Inhale, bring the arms up, 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 up. Exhale, hands into your heart center. Gorgeous work. Let's bend those knees. Hands to your heart center. Start. We're getting into our weight into our heels. Shift. Let the tailbone draw down. The pelvic bone rotate up. Maybe start to lean your shoulders back. Get nice and low. Maybe take your arms up if you're going there. Yes, breathe. Draw your front ribs into your body, back body. Stay low in your legs. Inhale here. Airplane your torso. Raise your toes off the floor. Raise your heels rather off the floor. Lengthen the sternum. Really corset that belly. Stay here for the exhale. Inhale back to Utkatasana. Raise your arms up. Settle low in your legs. Exhale. Extend your torso forward. Drinking bird. Shoulders on back body. Inhale, let's take it up. Listen closely for the cue change. Lower your tush all the way down to the floor. Navasana, either hands to side of body or hands behind your knee pits. Belly drawn in, shoulders really drawn like you're cracking a walnut between your shoulder blades. Lift your sternum up. Yes, I'm just going to turn to you. You stay where you are. Listen closely. If you want, take your hands away and extend your arms. Breathe. Lift your sternum up more. Can you pull your knees into your chest more? Now listen closely. Hands come to the side of your body. If you want to, you can place them on something like blocks. Cross your left leg over your right and pull your legs into your chest. For the first one, let's all drop our feet down. Just press into your hands, straight arms, lift just your hips up. Pause here, breathe. Your feet are down to start. Your arms are pressing down. Exhale, release, back to both. Uncross your legs, extend, lift your torso up, maybe your arms come up. Bring your knees closer to your chest. Cross the right leg over your left. If you can this time, pull the legs into your chest. Keep the feet lifted, hands to the side of your body. Inhale, exhale, all of your breath out, press in your hands, lift your hips up. Stay here for the inhale. Exhale, release, back to Navasana. Breathe, lift your sternum up, pull your legs even closer. Lift your sternum up more. Left, right leg over right, hands down. Inhale here. Pull your knees in, exhale, let all the breath out. Press into your hands, lift up, pull the knees in, stay here. You can come up and down, in and out of it. Exhale, release. We have one more. Here we go. Lift up, pull the legs up, lift up, lift up, lift up. Cross the right leg over left, hands down onto the floor. Squeeze them in, inhale. Exhale your breath, press up, stay here. And release back to Navasana. Stay here, breathe. Bring the knees closer, lift it up. Exhale and release. You're so good. Come all the way down onto your back. Just one little set, or two rather. I like to extend my legs forward. You can come into Supta Baddha Konasana, feet together, knees apart if you want. I keep a slight bend in my knees, flex my toes. Everybody pull your belly down like there's a string pulling your belly button down to the floor. Hands come behind the head unless you want to reach your arms, you can. Keeping the chin drawn in slightly. Inhale here. It's a small exhale. Raise shoulders off the floor. Inhale, let your shoulders just hover. Exhale, take it up. Belly's pressing down. Inhale. Exhale, it's a slight movement up. Inhale. It's a tiny movement. Shoulders are just hovering. Every time you lift up, the belly pulls down. Keep your movement going. Small lift up. Small lift up. Belly pulls down. For those that want, energetically pull your heels towards your groin as you lift up. So the belly's pulling down, the heels are drawing in energetically. Now squeeze your inner thighs toward one another if you want to add that. Now so everybody stay up, small pulse, up, up, belly down, belly down, belly down, shoulders up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, release your torso down, hands to the side of your body. If this doesn't work, hands underneath your sacrum. Legs reach up to the sky. Bring your legs together, flex your toes toward your face, straighten your legs as much as you can. Inhale here, exhale, lift up, hips up, straight up, directly, feet directly over your hips, lift your hips up. Inhale, release through the hips down. Exhale, lift hips up. Inhale, release. Exhale, lift hips up. Inhale, release. Keep going, 5, 4, 3, get the hips up, keep the feet directly over your hips if you can. 2, and 1. Hug your legs into your chest, rock and roll the spine. Beautiful work, back and forth if it works for you. Roll all the way through, Utkatasana, bend your knees, reach your arms up. Bow it forward, let it go, exhale it out. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, long down dog. Long down dog. Stay here for the exhale. Find the navel buoyant. Roll high into your toes all the way through up dog. Press into your feet, roll over your feet, press into your hands, shoulders on back body. Lift your hips up, back, down dog. Inhale, your right leg reaches high to the sky. Exhale, knee into your nose, round shift the weight, really use your upper back. Inhale, take the leg high. Step it all the way through, crescent lunge for 1 breath. We raise the torso up. Inhale, raising up. Exhale, release all the way down, just to down dog. Inhale, left leg reaches high to the sky. Knee into your nose, round shift the weight. Inhale, leg leaps high to the sky. Step it all the way through. Exhale, on your inhale is crescent lunge. Take the torso up, reach it up. Exhale, release it down, long down dog. Inhale, come high into your toes, roll all the way through, up dog. Press into your feet, press into your hands. Exhale, back, down dog. Breathe. Breathe. Drop down to your knees. Stretch your wrists if you need and look up. Remember I said this class is going to be choppy and we're focusing a lot on these specific things. So watch for a second while you're stretching out your wrists. Strong, 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 straight arms. Your feet can walk in a little closer together. We did this before, the shooting forward without jumping, yeah? This time, what I want you to do is bend the knees, let them drop out to the side, coming onto your toes. Look forward to where you're going and think hips up to the top of the mat. So you're just gonna jump up and it's a strong straight arm. So you're jumping up so you can keep your feet together in a diamond. What the tendency is the elbows wanna bend. So 5 times on your own. Come to shortened dog, arms are straight and strong. Bend your knees, look forward to your hands. Think hips up, straight arms, hips up. Come in and out of it 5 times. Hips up. Hips up. Yes. Hips up. One more. Hips up. Jump to the top of the mat. Forward fold when you get there. Awesome work, everyone. Inhale, lengthen the spine. If you want to play more, please do. Bow it out. Exhale. Bend your knees nice and deep. Utkatasana. Reach your arms up. Drinking bird. Exhale. Extend the torso. Raise the heels up. Inhale, back to Utkatasana. Exhale, drinking bird. Inhale, Utkatasana. Bow forward, exhale. Inhale, lengthen the spine halfway. Down dog as you step back. Inhale, your right leg reaches high to the sky. Step it all the way through. Exhale, cue change. Listen closely. We pause here at a low lunge. Hands frame your front foot. If you need to, you place your hands on something. Inhale here. Exhale, just start to straighten your front leg. Keep your spine long. Your back heel is lifted. Both legs are straight. And before you go anywhere, press your front foot down like you're stepping on a brake. Lift your right hip up. Your hips are level. Stay here as you lengthen your spine. Inhale, and then bow forward. Exhale for pyramid pose. We bow forward over our legs. You're spiraling the inner thighs in toward one another. Both legs are straight, getting into our hamstrings. Breathe. Stay very mindful of your center, your core. Mindful of your breath. Stay here for the exhale. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Listen closely. We're turning onto the, you may have to walk your back foot in slightly. Turn onto the pinky side edge of both of your feet. Your hands walk to the long right side of your mat. You're on the pinky side edge of your feet. And then bow your torso over your legs. So you're shifting your weight slightly forward into your toes. You're getting into your IT band. Your legs are crossed, your right leg's forward. You're on the pinky side edge of both of your feet. You're gonna feel the stretch from your outside of your right ankle to the upper portion of your right thigh. Oh yeah, that's the juice right there. Thank you, body. Breathe deeply. Stay here for the exhale. Inhale, raise torso up, walk your fingers back forward, walk your back leg back. Turn your back foot flat, keep your hands down. You have a heel to arch alignment, so it's basically warrior 2 feet. So your front heel is coming and hitting the back inner arch. You're sealing the outside edge of the back foot so the inner arch lifts. Take your right hand onto the inside edge of your right foot. If you need something there, you can place your hand on something like a block, a water bottle, or your elbow on knee. Now think about lengthening your sternum to the front of your mat, the crown of your head to your front of your mat. Maybe press knee to elbow, elbow to knee. Start to open your right knee towards your pinky toe. Start to turn your right rib cage up to the sky. Take your left arm up. Take your top arm up and overhead. Palm faces down. Parsvakonasana. Really seal the outside edge of your back foot. Bend into your front knee. We're getting into the hip, into the side body. Keep that reaching the top arm. Stay and breathe for 3. Can you draw your shoulders on your back body and lean your torso back more? 2. Listen closely. Left hand on hip. Gaze down to the floor. Right hand on inside or outside edge, your choice. Then start to straighten your front leg, keeping the knee open toward your pinky toe. You're in triangle now. Root into your feet first. Rotate, spiral your right glute muscle in and up to the sky. Yeah, now lean your torso back, lengthen the crown of your head, take your top arm up, and then over again. Tone your belly and stay here, or take your right arm, reach it forward to the wall in front of you. Breathe, or to the whatever the floor where you're facing. 2, root into your feet. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Oh yeah, horse stance preparation. Turn your toes out, heels in. It's a nice wide stance. I told you guys this is going to be a strong practice, so really stay with yourself. Be kind to yourself, gentle to yourself. Move around a little bit, getting into your inner thighs, maybe dipping one shoulder, then the other. And let's just find our horse stance for a minute. So take your inner thighs, spiral them up to the sky, knees open toward your pinky toes, draw your front ribs back to your back body, your shoulders over your wrists, your hips rather, arms reach up, or hands to your heart center. We're staying here for 4 deep breaths. Maybe energetically draw your heels in toward one another and pull them in as you open your knees apart. 3 more deep breaths. Pull your front ribs into your back body. Hands into your heart center, straighten your legs. Turn your toes in, heels out, clasp your hands behind your back unless this doesn't work for you. Inhale, lift your torso up to the sky. We're lifting up, bow over your legs. Let the head go. Maybe the arms start to drop overhead. Maybe draw the heel of your hand back. Start to shift the weight slightly toward your toes. Let your head go, your neck go. Any organic movement that feels good. Stay deeply connected with your breath. By way of lower back, release your hands down to the floor. Inhale, lengthen your spine halfway. Listen closely. As you exhale, walk your hands back and keep your arms straight. Your hands are somewhat under your shoulders. Press your fingertips nice and wide and into the floor. Keep your arms straight. Just press into your hands. Round your upper body like a Halloween cat and gaze into your navel. If you're not sure, look up. So you're rounding your weight, so you're shifting your weight so your shoulders are over your wrists, pressing into your strong straight arms. Press the earth away, scoop the navel in. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, come to a low lunge to the top of the mat. Pause here as you inhale. Exhale, step back, plank pose, lift your hips. Down dog, one breath, then child's pose. Grab a drink if you need it, towel off if you need it. Stay connected with yourself, connected with your breath. Beautiful work, everyone. Breathe. Whew. Notice if you have any monkey mind coming in that's not serving you. Perhaps invite a new thought in. One reminding you of your strength, of all that's beautiful, of maybe something that is working in your life. Down dog, please, when you're ready. Very big inhale. Through your mouth, let it go. Inhale, your left leg reaches high to the sky. Step it all the way through. Exhale, come to a low lunge. Hands frame your front foot. You find your back leg strong, bending, lengthening, pause. And exhale, we start to straighten the front leg with our sternum level to the floor. You're tacking your left hip up and back, your right hip drops slightly, toning your navel in, your back heel's lifted, legs are straight, press into your front foot, inhale here, bow forward, exhale over your both straight legs, squeeze and spiral the inner thighs together. So the squeezing the inner thighs together is a hugely important cue when we're doing handstand or any inversion like shoulder stand or something like that. We squeeze the inner thighs like we did with our hands on our shins, pressing, and that's working the inline, the midline, our center, like we're zipping ourselves up. Inhale, lengthen the spine halfway. We go to that funny feet movement. Walk your fingers to the long left side of your mat. Turn onto the pinky side edge of both of your feet. You may have to walk your legs a little closer, and then bow forward over your legs. Even here, squeeze your legs toward one another. You're going to feel the intensity turn up. Maybe start to shift the weight slightly forward so your torso bows forward even more over your outside edge of your leg. Stay here for 2 more very, very beautiful breaths. Nourishing breaths. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, back to a low lunge. I don't know how we got here before. What did we do? Oh, okay, Cars bow. Turn your back foot flat, find warrior 2 legs. Okay? The hands on the inside edge. If you need the water bottle, please take it, or elbow on knee, yeah? Find your legs. It's a long stance. Feel the arch alignment. The front knee opens. Everyone, draw your left hip into your body. Rotate your left inner thigh to the sky. And then take the top arm up and overhead, palm faces down. We're not just dumping into our front leg. You're actually really working, so you're sealing the outside edge of the back foot. Now maybe even here, work the action of squeezing the inner thighs toward one another. You may feel the rooting down to rise up even more when you do that. 2 more very big breaths as you turn your left rib cage in and up to the sky and bring your shoulders on your back body more. Right hand on hip. Left hand on inside or outside edge. Gaze down to the floor. Then start to mindfully straighten your front leg. Tack your left hip into your body. Squeeze the inner thighs here. Press into both of your feet. Rotate your sternum to the sky and reach the crown of your head forward. Take the top arm up, overhead. Pause. Stay here or take your bottom arm. Reach it in front of you. Stay here. Breathe for 3, 2. Inhale all the way upward into your feet. This time just directly to 5-point star. Turn your toes in, heels out. Inhale here, reach your arms up. With a flat back, bow forward over your legs. Inhale, lengthen your spine halfway. As you exhale, just plant your hands down, roughly shoulder width apart. Spread your hands nice and wide. Come onto your toes, press into your hands. Come as high as your toes on your toes as you can. Press into your strong straight arm, gaze into your navel. Shift the weight slightly forward to your toes and stay here for 3. Press into your fingertips. You're shifting the weight way into your fingertips so you're high on your toes. Scoop the navel in, upper body rounding. 2 and 1. Release down. Beautiful. Inhale, lengthen the spine halfway. Exhale to a low lunge to the front of the mat. Left foot is forward. Inhale here. Exhale back. Child's pose for 2 breaths. Pressing yourself back up to tabletop. Whatever you want to do to stretch your wrists. You can turn your palms up or turn your palms down, your fingers back. Or any other variation. You can also just sit up and pull your fingertips back. Whatever's going to work for you. Stay very connected to yourself, very connected to your breath. Release whatever grip you have, please. Down dog. Very big inhale. Through your mouth, let it go. Inhale. Through your mouth, let it go. Walk your feet slightly forward towards your hands. Just a little bit. Strong, straight arms. Think strong, 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 straight arms. We're going to do 5 jumps up to the top of the mat. So you can either do bending your legs like you did before, or this is more challenging for me personally. Keeping the arms straight, bending the knees, thinking straight legs, a pike position, okay? So either bending your legs or a pike position. On your own, 5 times. Think strong, straight arms, 5. Hips up, like your hips are a cat jumping on the countertop. Once you have done 5, bow forward over your legs. Uttanasana. Beautiful work, everyone. Really, really great. Inhale, lengthen your spine halfway. Exhale, bow it out. Slowly roll up, 1 vertebrae at a time, pausing with your hands drawn right in your heart center. Just take notice. Release your hands down, shine your palms forward. Inhale, reach your arms up high to the sky. Bow forward over your legs. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, lengthen your spine halfway. Step back to a long down dog, please. Inhale, roll higher into your toes. Shift all the weight, come to up dog. Press in your hands, we're staying for 5. Fingertips press, or not 5, 3. Press into your feet, turn especially the big toe down to the floor. More shoulders on your back body. Down dog, please. Beautiful. From here, go ahead, raise your right leg high to the sky. Inhale, keep the hips level. And then start to walk your hands back to your foot, your left foot. Reach the left leg high to the sky from the inner thigh. And I'm going to show you how we're going to get the difference of knowing or really feeling the inner thigh. Bending your knee behind knee. I want you to bring the left knee right knee way over to the left and bend into your standing leg. Stay here for the exhale. Inhale, reach the right inner thigh to the sky. Exhale, bring the right knee all the way over to the left and bend both legs. Inhale, take the leg high. So it's a Shiva squat, but even more deep with the right knee over to the left side. Now pause here, breathe. Stay here with your fingers down or let your arms reach out to the side of the room. Breathe for 2. Hands come down, reach from the inner thigh. The right leg reaches to the sky. You can absolutely stay here or walk your hands slightly forward. Press your hands like 2 big stars into the floor. Think strong, straight arms. Listen closely. Press into your fingertips and round before you go anywhere, or your upper body like a Halloween cat, scooping your navel in. Maybe start to come onto your left toes. Stay here and breathe, or if you want, with strong, straight arms, bend your left leg and think straight up with your left leg and coming and pausing into an L or raising the leg up. You've got to squeeze the legs into one another. Stay for 3. Stay for 2. Releasing down. Bow forward over your legs. Slowly roll up 1 vertebra at a time. Woo! Check in. If you need to drop your chin down, if you notice you're dizzy, please do. So just look up for a second. Hopefully you can see me, okay? So when the leg comes up, you're going to really press the hands in and round your upper body. Shift your weight into your toes. We scoop the navel in, and then just think about this leg, the leg going up to the sky. That's all I want you to think about. But you got to squeeze the legs together. If we're not squeezing the legs together, so first this is the action of what it looks like. You're shifting the weight. Maybe the left leg reaches up. And you can pause and reach, but you're working on the strong, straight arms. If you find your legs start to flail, work the action of squeezing the legs in, okay? So here we go. Before we do this, because I love you, bow forward over your legs. Place your hands onto the mat a little bit further in front of your feet. Spread your fingers wide, grip your fingers into the mat. Come onto your toes, shift the weight forward, and maybe lift up so much that maybe your feet lift up for a second too. Walk your hands forward. Raise your heels off the floor, shift the weight. You're stepping both feet forward simultaneously, walking all the way up to the front of the mat, scooping the navel in, using your breath. If you're not sure, just look up. And you get all the way to the front of the mat. Once you're at the front of the mat, inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, bow it out. Bend the knees nice and deep. Utkatasana, reach the arms up. Drinking bird, exhale, come onto your toes. Inhale, lifting up. Bow forward, exhale. Inhale, lengthen up. Step back to down dog, please. Inhale, the left leg reaches high to the sky. Walk your hands back to your right leg. Spiral the left inner thigh to the sky. Pause here, breathe. Spiral. You got to drop the left hip down and spiral the left inner thigh. And then from here, inhale. Draw the left knee behind the right knee and reach it over to the right side of the room, bending both legs. Inhale, take the leg up high. Exhale, Shiva split variation. Knee comes way over to the side. Inhale, take the leg high. Exhale, knee over, way to the side. Stay here, or take your arms out to the side. Pull the left foot into your tush. Stay for 3. Lengthen that sternum. Turn your navel on. 2. Hands release down. Leg lifts up from the inner thigh. Really reach it to the sky. You can stay here and draw your leg closer to your thigh, or place your hands down a little bit further in front of your left foot. Arms are steady and strong. Spread your hands. Shift your weight slightly into your fingertips and raise your right heel off the floor. Be gazing down at the floor. Bend your standing leg if you're choosing to go there, and think leg zip up as you take a slight hop up, lifting the left leg to the sky. Straight, strong, straight arms. Your right leg extends or lifts up for 3. Breathe. 2. And release, everyone. Legs come down, hip width apart. Step onto your hands again if you want. The head descends over, massaging out your wrist, or come into tabletop if that doesn't work for you. Let it go. Release whatever grip you have. Malasana. Bring your legs nice and wide. Settle deep. Knees are out, toes are out. We settle deep. Everyone's gonna look a little different, so drop into you. And breathe. Woo! Beautiful work, everyone. Really, really fabulous. From here, yogi's choice, either work on your handstand for about another minute, or if you want to come into a headstand or anything else, please do that. I'm going to cue dolphin, okay? So you can work on handstand, headstand, bakasana, or for dolphin, come onto your forearms, shoulder width apart, press into your forearms. Before you go anywhere, you round your upper body like a Hawaiian cat. Scoop the navel and we pause. Press the forearms down, then raise your knees off the floor. Down dog legs with forearms down for dolphin. You press into your elbows, wrap your shoulders away from your ears. Maybe your feet walk a little closer. Stay here and breathe or play wherever you are for 5, 4, 3, 2. Everyone, please drop down to your knees. Everyone, eventually make your way onto your belly. Your right arm walks out to the right side of the room. Palm is down to the floor. Bend your left elbow so your fingertips are on the floor. Your elbows are to the outside. Roll onto your right hip, opening up your right shoulder. Maybe bend your right elbow, press your fingers into the mat. If your hips are stacking, you're opening up your hips to the left side of the room. Everyone, reach your right heel down to the bottom of your mat. Reach the sternum up to the front of your mat. Or of course, any other shoulder variation that you want. We're staying here for 4 deep breaths. You really worked your shoulders today. So please take this moment to find more breath and more space across your heart. Can you offer yourself 2 more nourishing breaths? On your inhale, slowly roll forward. Take care of yourself very tenderly. Left arm out to the left, roll onto your left hip. I like to bend my left arm. Some people like to straighten it. Your right elbow is bent, your fingers walk in, and then roll onto your right hip. Everyone reach your left heel down to the bottom of your mat as you reach the sternum to the front. Take any variation that you want with the top leg. Deep, nourishing breath. I am shaking. I don't know about you guys. 2 more breaths. On your inhale, unwind. Really beautiful work. Let's come to King Cobra with our thighs down. Bending your elbows out to the side, shoulders on back body. You're pressing your pelvic bone, reaching your feet down. Stay here and breathe for 3. Look for space from your hips to your armpits. 2. Tabletop position, move through a few cat-cows on your own, doing what feels good for you in this moment. And then I'm going to cue half pigeon, but you can of course lie on your back if that doesn't work for your knee. Right foot is forward. So heel your right foot over to the left side of the room. You're leveling your hips forward to the front of your mat. Walk your back leg back. Top of your foot is down. Walk your fingers to the back like you're a proud pigeon. You're squeezing your front shin into your back foot and your back foot squeezing forward as you tack your right hip back. Inhale, find space, lift up. And if you choose to exhale, think bow forward, but still look for length and squeeze your legs. Soften and descend over your front leg. and breathe. Breathe. This time right now is an absolute invitation, especially as we transition into the next new. This is a world we've never seen before. So in the spaciousness that we have had during quarantine, through that more silent inner time, did you get insights, impulses for new ideas, new ways of being, things that aren't serving you? And have you not yet pulled the trigger into actually taking some kind of action? Even if the action is writing something down, making a phone call, whatever. Cultivate inside of you that courage and that strength to say yes to you. Yes to a dream. Yes to what it is what you want. One more breath here. Pressing into your hands, raising your torso up. Then lift the leg, three-legged dog. For those that want to, you can either stay here, open your hip for a moment, or if you would like, I'm not going to cue it too much with too much detail, you can come back to step through to flip your dog. Getting into the hips a little bit, getting into your thigh a little bit. We open it up. It's an opposite movement. Pressing into the right leg, really lifting hips up. And then releasing back to dog. Take your left foot forward. Step it through. Half pigeon left side, or if you're on your back, the left foot crosses over your right shin, pulling the thigh into your chest. Really walk the back leg back, spiral the inner thigh so your flesh is out and open. Then walk the fingers back, finding a regalness across your chest. Left hip back, right hip forward, tailbone into body, inhale up. If you are ready, bow forward or stay lifted, your choice. Breathe. For many of us, taking action in the past, or we've been conditioned or taught, that along with it has to be reprimanding ourselves, criticizing ourselves, making ourselves wrong, thinking there's a perfection to get, pushing and forcing. That's how I've existed for such a long time into my life up until this point. And something that I am consciously working on is recognizing when I make choices, when I move forward, when I act, I don't have to bring along that internal dialogue of force and anger and push and suffer. What if we were to really discipline, commit ourselves, and take action, and the journey was easeful, pleasureful, joyful? That's available too. And we've all heard it a billion times, and it's a cliche for a reason, but it's not about the journey, it's the destination. It's the process. So can we give ourselves permission to commit and to be disciplined in the direction of our choice while enjoying the process, leaving our inner critic to the side? We don't need it. 2 more breaths. And in this moment, the last few moments, can you practice ending the class, maybe with that mentality? And instead, because the universe abhors a vacuum, filling that where the internal critic would maybe have been with the voice of compassion and kindness and tenderness. Inhale, raise your torso up. Press into your hands, lift the leg high if you're going there, or just extend your legs down on the floor. Open your hip if you want to go there, bend your knees, step all the way back, and flip your dog, lifting hip side, pelvic bone high, lift up. Slowly, mindfully release. Back to a tabletop position. Move through a few cat-cows. If you're on your back, just hug your legs into your chest for a moment. And then however you want to get there, please lower down all the way onto your back. We're going to take a supine twist. Bend your left knee into your chest. Extend your right leg long. Drop your right knee over to left knee over the right side of your body. Really stack your hips, so you may have to shimmy your left hip under, right hip under you a little bit. Open the left arm to the left, palm is open, right knee over to the right. Maybe the gaze comes over your left fingertips. Everyone tuck your top hip down to the bottom of your mat. Can you let your breath spill more free across your chest? Inhale, come up center, hug the leg into your chest. Exhale, extend left leg long and on the floor. Inhale, right leg into chest. Exhale, drop your right knee over to the left. Shimmy your hips so they're stacked. Right arm opens to the right, palm is open. And open and breath across your torso as you tack your right hip down to the bottom of your mat. And breathe. Inhale, raise the knee up center, hug both legs into your chest. Bring the knees wide out to your rib cage, grabbing onto your shins and pulling your shins out to the outside edge of your rib cage as you draw your tailbone down. Stay here or let the feet come directly over your knees, coming to happy baby. Feel free to move around if you want, just checking in. So of course, feel free to do whatever you want. What I'm going to cue is either Supta Baddha Konasana, lying on your back, knees apart, toes together. If you have something like pillows underneath your knees, if you need to, or come into Baddha Konasana, sitting up, soles of the feet together, knees out to the side, getting into your inner thighs. Or take a seat, bring your legs wide. Shift your weight slightly forward, flesh away from your sit bones. Feet in the direction of the sky, shoulders over hips. Really flex your feet, root your thighs down. Inhale. You can stay lifted as you reach your feet or as you reach your tailbone to the wall behind you and the toes face in the direction of the sky. They're gonna wanna turn down. Keep them up to the sky and bow forward over your legs. Whatever you wanna do for an inner thigh stretch. We're staying here for about 5 deep breaths. If you are in a wide fold over your legs, raise your torso up. If you're in Baddha Konasana, raise your torso up. Grab your knee pits. If you have a wide leg, bring your legs in toward one another. Bend your knees, bring your feet on the floor. Just windshield wiper your legs back and forth. And what I'm going to call is either a seated position to start Savasana, then when you feel ready, come onto your back, or a Savasana. Extending your legs out in front of you, lowering all the way onto your back. Palms are open. Whether you're seated or lying down, palms are open. Everyone soften the windows of your eyes. Legs fall out to the side if you're in Savasana. And breathe. Everyone, wherever you are, and inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth.
I will dive into each moment because I'll die as I was born. I will walk at peace with ease and grace and float with the unknown. I will find the gift in everything, perfection in every way. I will bow at the altar of this and every day. I can't promise not to feel some fear or to always understand, but I'll be the change I wish to see. I will hold every hand. I am tangled up in beauty. I see clearly that it's me. I have opened up my heart and surrendered unto thee. Begin to deepen your breath, consciously filling your space. You've created space. How do you choose to fill it? What energies do you desire to bring in? Waking yourself up maybe with more compassion and kindness and tenderness. When you're ready, bring your legs into your chest and give yourself a nice big squeeze. And bask in the frequency of gratitude for yourself, for your body, for this vehicle, for this moment, for this time, for choosing, for one another. Take a moment to bask in the energy of love. Take a moment to bask in the energy of light, enlightenment, highest frequency. Bring that into your body, into your auric field. Setting the tone for the rest of your day. Roll onto your right side using your hands, pressing up to any comfortable seated position, hands drawn right in front of your heart center where we met. Namaskar Mudra, palm meeting palm. Intentionally releasing out any dissonant energy that maybe we picked up or is no longer serving us. Inhale deeply through the nose, through your mouth, unhinge your jaw, let it go. A very big inhale. Through your mouth, let it go. Divine Masters, Mother Earth, Gurus, Angels, we thank you so very much for this time and space. May we continue to drop into our core essence, our inner wisdom. May we tap into the courage inside of ourselves to step forward in the direction of our choice. Maybe we continue to be witness to the aspects, the unconscious behaviors that don't serve us, and instead choose to meet ourselves with love and tenderness and kindness, and choose something that serves where we want to go. Very big inhale, and bow forward to the true guru, the teacher inside of your own selves. Hari Om, Shanti, Shanti, peace, namaste. Thank you, everyone. I'm gonna unmute you. I think I can. I don't know, or unmute yourself. I don't know how to do it. So I'd love to hear from you. Great to see you. Thanks for coming. Strong practice today. And you know, I'm back in town. If anybody wants to or is comfortable and wants to do privates or anything like that, just let me know. Or if you're interested in coaching, just let me know. But if privates is something that you're interested in to work on these kind of things, because I'm going to change that language. It's a strong practice, you guys. So it does take time and energy and discipline, and that pushing you, which I did, that you really were working your wrists, is intentional, because I want you to get to the point of wow, to see what has to happen in order to ignite that. So any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'm so grateful for you guys. It's so nice to see you guys. Thank you for showing up. And I think I'll see you next Sunday at 9 o'clock. So I'll see you guys soon. And I think we're in the studio next Sunday too. For those that want, I think we can have up to 8 people. Okay.
Right.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.